How is all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. In the first video we completed this introductory dungeon and it offered us the option of doing the basic tutorial, so I'm going to do that now. This could be something, I'll put this up on the channel just so you guys can kind of learn what's going on ahead, but you can probably also skip it. I don't know how long the video will end up being. It could be really quick, it could be like 30 minutes, let's see. So hello, welcome to Desktop Dungeons, a randomly generated turn-based puzzle roguelike thing of dungeoneering, heroism and monster slaying. To get started, click on the sign near your character and read what it has to say. Okay. Greetings, adventurer. You're in the legendary depths of the lost Tutor Wan dungeon? Probably butchered that. One of the many seemingly random cave networks left behind by the old kingdom. Nobody knows what they're here for, but everybody agrees that they're awesome. When you're done reading this, just click on visible ground to move and explore. So this is just a description. Here stands a state-of-the-art dungeon text dispenser. You should see what it says. And if I click on read, it just brings that up. Okay, let's move through the dungeon. To your right stands a typical desktop dungeons monster. You'll find the combat in this game is surprisingly detailed, nuanced and flexible. For now, however, you should just click on the baddie until he dies. So I think it's funny that we did the introductory dungeon and then now we're doing the tutorial. But, so we've seen a goblin, we'll just click on it twice, nothing else we can do. Ouch, that fight took a chunk of your health. You'll notice this on your character's stat panel and the green red bar next to you in the dungeon view. Alright, this yoke. Reveal some new terrain by exploring and you'll steadily recover health. Backtracking doesn't count, sorry. Yeah, so we figured this out already. It's only exploring new tiles that counts. Nicely done on the diagonal movement. You really are a clever little biscuit. Okay, fantastic. Bad guy, meat man, copyright infringement likely. In compliance with regulations set out by the Tutor Wan Dungeon Labeling Committee, we've stapled a giant 2 onto the next creature's foot just to show you how gosh darn tough he is. This is a level 2 creature. And like we can't take him on, but I think we're supposed to attack him once. Whoa, wait. That monster is a higher level than you. If you keep fighting, you will lose this battle. No worries though, you can safely explore the other passage. Monsters won't attack or follow you if you leave them alone. Okay, let's move on. And another sign. If you happen to have injured any creatures, our state-of-the-art full regeneration tracker will keep track of their health for you. Be wary though, they heal just as easily as you do. Okay. Okay, adventure. The tutor. Oh, this definitely is tutorial, isn't it? Tutorial 1. This is tutorial 1. Okay. It took me way too long to get that. Fair Play Committee has decided to put these enemies here in interests of your sustained enjoyment and survival. Destroy them at your leisure. Click to continue. So we can take them all out in one shot, so we'll just do that, I guess. You can find more useful information by right clicking on a target enemy to manually select it. The side panel will populate itself with available actions and you'll be able to view status effects in more detail. So you can see, great, click on the right side of your screen. You can fight this bandit by clicking on the attack icon or mouse over its portrait for more information on the status effects. Don't worry, they're interesting but harmless right now. What do you mean mouse over the portrait? Alright, this is supposed to come up. What does this do? Alright. So there's a bit of this interface I haven't fully figured out. Great, you've earned enough experience to level up, you've been fully healed and your stats have improved, making it far easier to take on annoyances like the level 2 meat man. So let's just take this guy out. Oh yeah, you're a certified badass now, you should go find something else to kill. Will we... Okay, so these icons are for enemies, so I guess we could... Well, not this direction, apparently. Going up this direction. Ye gods, it's a go. Get out of there, brave adventurer. Take the side passage before it eats your soul. You do well to heed this advice. The numbers show that this enemy is simply too strong for you. Move past the go. It won't attack unless you attack it first. Okay. Haha, just kidding, this is a dead end, you're going to die. We hope you enjoyed your tutorial 1 tour. We'd offer feedback forms, but you know, you'll be dead and stuff. Desktop Dungeons is a hard game, expect to die a lot until you become more experienced. Attack the goat and accept your defeat. This will complete the first tutorial. Snicker. Wait, is that actually the end of the tutorial? So if we click on it and we open this, what is this? It's like a bar of actions or something. I wonder, is that what? Maybe this is the radar menu that they were on about in the. If I switch that off, settings, disabled, close, back to game. No, it's still there, so I don't know what. I don't know what this setting does. I don't know what that menu is. Probably figure it out at some stage. Let's attack the ghost. And when you die, you get a map of the entire area. Your adventurer has met an inconveniently early end. Okay. Tutorial complete. Okay, a quick tutorial, not super complicated. I kind of thought it'd be longer. Let's move on. We'll maybe do the next dungeon as well. Of the people who escaped the initial attack on the camp, many perished in the deadly underground dungeons. Others pressed on, their determination to survive outweighing the odds. And this is our camp. So we kind of come here in between adventures. Or maybe not, this is the tutorial. Okay, I don't know what's going on. A fresh new adventurer inside a fresh new dungeon. Here's hoping that this brave explorer is more fortunate than the last. Let's get straight to business by attacking the warlock. Right. Let's take him out. Not too shabby, but it would be great to improve your odds against these foes somehow. Try searching the dungeon for power-ups. Games like these always have them. Okay, so we can't. These are all walls. Okay. Warning: attack power-ups. Attack power-ups ahead. Use only in cases of extreme emergency and/or damage dissatisfaction. And we'll just. Okay, so you take it automatically by walking over it. When you walk over an attack power-up, it permanently increases your damage by 10%. If you're lucky enough to find one, grab it as soon as possible. So it's always 10% no matter what level you're on. Here is a warlock, and we can now beat him in one attack. You've become decidedly more effective in combat. Know how it only took you a single strike to fell that opponent as opposed to two previously. Okay. Standard adventure constitution boosters for heroes who want to be more constituent. Okay, just putting your health up by 1. Health power-ups operate in the same way as attack power-ups do, but increase your maximum health instead of your damage. Note that they won't actually heal you, so don't just leave them lying around. And we can now take out this guy. If you haven't done so already, take a look at the combat information panels on the right side of the screen. They offer a lot of valuable information, including enemy stats and combat strike predictions. You'll end up looking here a lot more once you become more familiar with the game systems. Alright, let's take them out. Arcane amplifiers, useful for spellcasting and alliterative endeavors. Okay, mana power-ups increase your maximum mana by 1. This is particularly valuable because mana doesn't increase with character level. We'll cover spellcasting and mana use a little later. It's moving on. Oh, for the love of Torog, another goat. No, this is rubbish. You need to find another way out of the dungeon. Ignore the goat and follow the side passage. With a little brightly coloured square to show me where I should go. Now this is more like it. You've just discovered a dungeon exit. Retiring early isn't the most glorious way to end the session, but sometimes it's your only choice unless you count impaled by killer goat as a viable option. There's not much differentiating, like this square you can walk on and these squares. But okay, I guess we're supposed to take the exit. Click here when you're ready to leave. Beware, getting cut off from an exit will force you to surrender the current dungeon run. Okay, let's retire. And that's tutorial 2 complete. Tutorial complete. Congratulations on your dungeon survival. I was also involved in that dreadful caravan attack, but managed to avoid harm by hiding in my obscure documents closet. Your experiences have made one thing clear to the rest of the survivors. If there is to be any hope for us, we need to band together in a base of operations. We need a kingdom. To make this anything more than a lowly adventuring band's dream, you'll need to secure funds for development. Your survival and experience have inspired hope in the members of this camp, and they've voted to put you in charge. It's time to gather the rabble and loot some dungeons. Okay, so this is your kingdom administrator. As our newly elected kingdom administrator, I think you could do with a little help from a professional advice mongerer such as myself. Why don't I help you along with this whole securing our immediate future thing? Are you ready to send somebody on their next adventure? Just select a dungeon and we'll get to filling out your hero's permit form. Okay. Do I have to do it? Okay, let's click on it. Tutorial 3. Okay, so we're still in the tutorial section. Great, just confirm your selection here. It's a legal requirement of our selection confirmation committee. I think you usually have some options here, but we don't. So threat is, I don't know what that is. Skull. Bosses, random. Threat, probably easy. Select it, choose a race. Let's go about recruiting your next dungeon hero. You'll need to select 2 things, race and class. For now, just choose the human because, well, nobody else is around yet. Let's take a human and let's take a guard. Okay. Don't know what these things do. What's this? Selects the same dungeon, race and class as your last run if available. And this is probably just a random one then. Let's hit. Okay, your new hero has been bureaucratically cleared. Have them sally forth by hitting the play button. And it just jumps straight into another dungeon. Okay, welcome hero to the legendary Dungeon of Hidden Treasures. While exploring, why not help yourself to a complimentary glyph of Fiery Doom. And we pick up a Burn de Raz. Congratulations, you've just found your first spell glyph. These ancient and potent artifacts allow you to channel your magical essence into a variety of tasks. In this case, clicking on things and making them go boom. Click on the pickup button that's appeared in your side panel and the glyph will move to your inventory. You may also press spacebar on your keyboard or double click on the item in the dungeon view. Let's pick it up. So can I move this? And now does the hotkey change? Hotkey 2. Alright, so the letters are specific to each spell, I think, but the hotkey is specific to the slot. Okay, that makes sense. It's time to put your newly discovered magical skills to the test. Click on the spell glyph in your inventory, then click on your target. Not only does it make a satisfying explosion, but casting spells won't let enemies retaliate. Click on the glyph, click on your opponent. We've already done all this, so we're rehashing old game. If you need quick mouse access to different attacks, such as the ever reliable fireball, click on a foe and drag your cursor to another block. This brings up a quick menu of your available fighting options. It works on the player and other dungeon elements too if you have the appropriate equipment. Let's hit him with our spell, I guess. I probably won't be using that. It seems finicky and easy to make mistakes on. If you're running out of mana, explore the dungeon to regenerate. This works similarly to health regeneration. Okay. Passage not open, the standard door. Please do not enter, particularly if you're the type who would readily steal lots and lots of gold. By the way, if you're wondering where your inventory screen has disappeared to, try clicking on the tabs beneath the sign panel to bring it back, or just press tab on your keyboard. Switch between with tab. Okay, click to continue. Let's take this guy out with a spell. As you level up, your spell damage will increase. It usually won't hit as hard as a regular attack, but the fact your enemies can't hit you back is a major plus. Oh, crispy. Let's move in, and what's this? Passage. Explore a little more the dungeon. Sounds good. And we are now in the gold vault. Uh-oh, it sounds like the treasure room was a trap. You hear something big and heavy sliding into place from the dungeon above. Can't do anything else here, so let's go back up. This creature is blocking your exit and seems to be immune to magic. Your spell glyph won't be of much use here. Why not convert it? Conversion is a neat way to recycle any unwanted inventory items. Click and hold your mouse button over the glyph and then drag it to the conversion box in the bottom right corner of the inventory panel. Okay, let's do that. Click to continue and then click to drag it. Great stuff. Doing this to items fills up your conversion bar. If the item has enough conversion value, the bar resets and your character gains an extra stat boost. In this case, converting should have given you enough extra attack to deal with the golem. Defeat it and leave the dungeon with your hard-won cash. Click to continue. Yes, we can just attack it twice and win. And move forward and exit. Click here when you're ready to leave. Beware, getting cut off from an exit will force you to surrender your current dungeon run. So we've seen that already. Tutorial complete. Excellent direction of our efforts, Bold Administrator. The bounty from that dungeon can now be put to good use. If your fledgling kingdom is to survive beyond its first few weeks, it will need a reliable and well-trained force of heroes to keep the terrors of this land at bay. Your new position gives you responsibility over our collected funds and efforts. This represents the resources we've managed to scrounge together so far, 150 gold. Your current task is ensuring your art's survival, so I recommend investing our limited funds in training and arming some real defenders. Click on the outpost over here. This is the guild. It's time to move up in the world. Click here to open the upgrade panel. Upgrade this structure by clicking on the helpfully labelled button here. This will allow us to start recruiting our first available hero type, the fighter. Okay, let's click on upgrade and we now have our first class, the fighter. Upgrade complete. Kingdom Administrator. Remember this moment well, for you've just taken your first tentative steps down a long and glorious path. Under your guidance, we'll build a kingdom to challenge the gods themselves. Class unlocked, fighter. Admirable clicking and spending, Noble Administrator. You've just unlocked the fighter class. These hardy warriors are superior to common guards in several ways. They excel at hunting down opponents and gaining experience quickly. Quest unlocked, Trophy Hunter. Administrator, our scouts have discovered a monster lair in the surrounding area. It's time to take the fight to them. Let's have our heroes load up and move out. They can return when they have some monster heads and or other souvenirs of victory. Click for more. And now we have a new character. Well, that sounds like an interesting prospect. Oh, sorry for butting in. We'll chat later. Let's do this. Let's leave this last tutorial for the next video. It's doing pretty well so far. A lot of reading so far, so tough on the old voice. But yeah, and we're currently really just rehashing stuff that we did in the first dungeon. So not learning too much new, but learning a few new things. Probably is worth doing the tutorial. Otherwise, I'll get to a puzzle. I'll be like, how am I supposed to do this? And I may have missed some information that's important. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos so far. Please give us a like if you are. Comment down below, let me know what you're thinking of this game and whether you're enjoying watching it. Subscribe for more videos every day. We'll be back tomorrow hopefully with another video. Until then guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.